So we're going to try and make this pixel tilt shift bokeh smiley face. Let's get right into it. Control new, Control N, new document, 1920 by 1080. Going to draw the smiley face. Make the stroke nice and thick. Going to make it a more comfortable yellow. Just bring it down into the slightly oranges. Make the eyes using the ellipse tool. Just switching that to the fill to black and getting rid of the stroke. Alt drag to copy. Control E to make them one layer. Now I'm going to draw the smile, as it were. So we've made a circle. Now holding the P tool, I get the pen tool up, which means I can edit these. And I could delete that, but right now I actually just want to select that with the white arrow. Direct selection tool, shortcut A. Just drag over it and hit backspace. Now we've got this half. I'm going to switch the stroke on and I'm going to turn the fill off. Now we've got the square ended line. If we click on the line, we can edit the caps. That gives us this nice rounded cap. And we've got the smile. It remains as a stroke layer, so it's still just a line. Whereas if you look at the eyes, they're actually shapes. Isn't an issue with doing this. Get them central and turn them all into a smart object. Actually, let's just undo that 1 second. Let's make a background. Control square brackets pushes things to the back. I'm going to apply a smart filter to that black layer. Just going to apply an iridescent filter, I think. Slightly different one for this one. Okay. Turn everything into a smart object. So I've got that set to a keybind. But you would need to go to Layers, Smart Object, Convert Smart Object. I would set that up as a keyboard shortcut. Keyboard shortcuts, go in here and inside layer, you basically follow where it is. Smart Object, application menus, it should be in here. Smart filter, layer mask, create release clip mask, smart objects, convert to smart object. So mine, I've done Alt Shift Control and G. It's pretty long-winded, but it's a really useful one to have. So if you haven't set that, then obviously just go to Layer, Smart Object, Convert to Smart Object. Great. Save. I'm gonna call it Smiles Tut Pixel 3. Okay. Now we can apply some filters to that. Smart filters. Pixelate. Mosaic. To give it this pixelated feel. I know it's crazy. We've just made something really clean and vectory, and now we're applying a pixelation. Cell size 10. I want to make it look like it's a macro photo taken off a screen, so I want that sort of proper pixel grid. So I'm going to make a new document, 200 by 200, drop a square shape onto there, and I'm going to make the stroke much fatter, just using the plus, the up arrow. I can toggle those values. cutting the center out. I'm just going to alt drag that and change the stroke on that one to a red. Put that behind using Control and the square brackets again. P for the pen tool, get all the options up. So I just want that along the bottom edge. And this is all a bit involved, but you'll get the idea when it's done. This is just to produce a pixelated pattern with some little distortions on it. The details are nice when it's used correctly. Okay, just copying the yellow one, I'm going to drag that down, and I'm going to make that one blue. Okay, now I'm going to define pattern brush. Sorry, not define pattern brush, define pattern. Define pattern brush is an Illustrator thing. Define pattern. Pix 3. Okay, now I'm going to apply that as a pattern overlay. So you're going to spend a bit of time trying to match that to the size of your fake pixels, but it's somewhere around 5. It matches up okay. You see where the mosaic sort of matches up with the pixelation effect. Okay, so we save that and then we turn that whole thing into a smart object, which means that those effects are now baked in, as it were. And we can go up to Filter, Lens Correction. Now this brings up this dialog. And I can go to Custom, and I can start to distort it. Using Transform, I'm going to tilt it. Skew it however you want. This is a nice dialog to do it, and you can apply what's called chromatic aberration. This tool is actually designed to remove chromatic aberrations, which are little mistakes, colourful mistakes caused by the glass in a lens. But with this tool we can actually use it to increase chromatic aberrations, although I can't actually see that doing much here, but yeah, it's doing something. Subtle though it might be. Gonna hit OK and zoom out a bit and make this bigger so it fills the screen. Now I'm going to apply another filter, stacking filters. From the blur gallery, I'm going to click tilt shift. I'm going to use the light bokeh slider on the tilt shift and boost the bokeh color. And stretching these lines out. I can arrange the sort of pseudo focal length and rotate them. There we go. Gonna hit OK there. And there we've got the pixelated smiley face effect.